Hello dear students, this is Dr. Vishali Jain, your English teacher. So today we will be focusing on chapter 3 of ninth class book Moments, whose title is Iswaran The Storyteller. Actually, this story has two characters, Mahindra and Iswaran. So Mahindra was a young man who was a junior supervisor in a firm, and actually his job was transferable, and he was a bachelor also. So his needs were very simple and he could adjust himself in all the conditions. And he had a cook named Iswaran, and Iswaran was quite attached with Mahindra. Actually, apart from being a very amazing cook, Iswaran also has an amazing capability to narrate a story. You know, when Mahindra used to come back at home after the tired schedule of the office, no? So Iswaran used to tell him the stories or narrate the stories, and means he used to entertain Mahindra in such a way. So there was a very good and very good bonding between the two, and they were very compatible with each other. So we see that after the lunch time in the afternoon, no, so Mahindra was in the habit, means Mahindra, after taking the lunch, Iswaran was in the habit to read a little bit. So in his reading habits, he was habitual of reading the Tamil thrillers, and its effect, means its influence, it can be seen in his stories that he used to narrate. See, Iswaran is too capable, like means, you know, he never narrate any story or anything like that. If suppose there is a tree fallen on that has been fallen on the road, so he will not say simply that there is a tree that has been fallen on the road. He will create some supernatural element, then he would explain that, and it increases the charm of his narration. The same we see in this chapter also. You know, the gist of this chapter is somewhere like we are human beings, right? So everyone has a sense of fear in his or her inner sense, means, but maybe some of us show and some of us never show that. But we see that sometimes we do have sense of acceptance and other times we don't have. But sometimes we are too afraid that because of our fear, no, so there are said and unsaid fears. We don't say about our fears, but we take sometimes wrong decisions on the basis of those fears. Maybe those fears are not into existence, but we are afraid as we are human beings. So here also at the end of the story, no, we will see that Iswaran narrated a story, and on the basis of that story, Mahindra was too much afraid that even he resigned for the transfer to another city. Now let's focus over the story sequence wise. The author of this chapter is R.K. Lakshman, who is a great and well-known Indian author, and the narrator of the story is Mahindra himself, and he is narrating the story of Iswaran to Ganesh, who is also a character. And you know, while going through the pages of the story, we come to know that there is no need of a television in the home of Mahindra, because Iswaran every day entertains Mahindra by his different stories, and sometimes with a touch of supernatural element, fun, wonder, and like this. So my dear students, now you are supposed to listen the story very carefully, and you are also supposed to answer some of the very short questions at the end of the video here in the comment section, so that you may have an idea that how much do you know about the story. So my dear students, as we know that Iswaran was a master storyteller, and he has such a capability to narrate a story that he always gives a touch of supernatural element or wonder or fun to his stories. As we know that he used to read the Tamil thrillers, so its influence can be seen in all of the narrations that he narrates. So you know, if he has to explain any the incident of a fallen tree. So he would never simply say that he saw an uprooted tree on the highway or road. Rather, he would say that it was all deserted and he was all alone there. Then he suddenly spotted something that was looking like an enormous bushy beast, but when he came across and came closer, so he realized that it was just a fallen tree. So it was the sense of humor, or it was a sense of narration that our Iswaran, a great storyteller, was blessed with. Then on another day, what happened ki Iswaran told Mahindra a new story that was also full of supernatural, like a fun. So he told ki one day, actually it was a story of the mad tusker. He said ki one day an elephant got escaped from a timber yard and he was roaming here and there. Then he entered into a town and there were people on the road. So all of them ran here and there into terror. All of them means people. Now what happened ki the elephant entered into the school ground and children were playing there. So now children ran here and there in terror, and the tusker or the elephant did a lot of mischief there. Actually he broke the drum there that was kept for water, and out of that he tore the net of the volleyball. Out of that he he pulled out the goalpost. Like that he did a lot of mischief there. Now Iswaran said ki means he says ki at that time he was studying in the junior classes, so he came out of the class and he managed or he controlled the situation. So like he has so much capability. He is such a great narrator that he says that ki all the other students they went into their classes and shut the doors, and it was the Iswaran only who controlled the situation. So Iswaran explained it in detail, like he grabbed a stick from a teacher, then he came closer to the elephant, and then what did he do? He struck this stick to the toenail of the elephant, and then he says that the elephant began to shiver and it fell down. So he was trying to say to Mahindra that the elephant was unconscious, and means he made the elephant unconscious by using the Japanese art of karate, or we can also say jujitsu. It's a keyword, jujitsu. So this jujitsu. So he says that after this the veterinary doctor was called, and after 2 days the Mahavat came and he took the elephant away. So this was the sense of humor, or we can say the capability that our Iswaran, a great storyteller, was with the help of which he was entertaining Mahindra, and because of this reason also Mahindra used to like Iswaran a lot, because he was helping him in his household work also. He was a great cook also, he was a great storyteller also, and he was very good in managing the home also. So there was a very good compatibility between the two. What happened? Iswaran was narrating on another day one more story to Mahindra, and he says that the entire factory area where Mahindra works was once a burial ground. Means एक time पर ये कब्रिस्तान था, and Iswaran himself used to see the ghost of a woman there very frequently, and she used to means there was a fetus, means a छोटा बच्चा था in the arms of that woman's ghost. So he was saying that means such type of supernatural element Iswaran is creating in the story. And now, but at the moment where in the starting I told all of us have sad or unsaid fears, that some of us accept that and some of us don't accept that. So in front of Iswaran, Mahindra is saying no, there are no ghosts in reality and I don't believe in them. But in the inner conscience, actually we see that Mahindra is afraid somewhere. So he says ki no, there are no ghosts, but from that point of time, no, Mahindra was somewhere or somewhat uneasy. and in night when he slept, so like means he observed that there is someone out of the window, and that was also not very far away from the window. And so means maybe it was his speculations and whatever. So he assumed, or he imagined कि there is a ghost of a woman, and she was carrying a bundle in her arms, because Iswaran told no कि there was a fetus in the arms of that ghost of women. So the same sense Mahindra is also observing the same fear indirectly. So in the morning Mahindra told Iswaran that at night I like heard the moan, and it was getting louder, and it was a moan of the women. So Iswaran is also saying, yes, I also heard the same last night. Now it is the climax. And we see that as soon as Mahindra goes to the office, so he handed the paper there for transfer to some other place from this place. So this is the gist of the story, that all of us are afraid due to any supernatural element, but we don't accept that, and some of us are one of those who accept. So, and because of these fears, sometimes we take wrong decisions. So it's all about the chapter. Hope you got it nicely. If you have even a single doubt, so please go through the video once more, so that you may have an idea that how much do you know about the story. And for such type of more learning videos, keep learning and keep following. Thank you.